Okay, now you have set up your gradebook and your mastery. I can show you what this will actually look like. So this is one way to access. So I've added a couple of sample assignments to this class. There's a paragraph writing, an intro and conclusion draft, and a final essay. And you can see that for the formative ones, I've only done B and C here. If you hover over it, you can see the criterion strands popping up to show you what those are about. And then for the final, I've done A, B, C, and D. Now, if I go to my gradebook, I can access the rubrics right here. So let's say the student, let's say its analysis was a 3, using language maybe was a 5. I click save. Paragraph, so the second formative looked at B. His organization was pretty strong. His producing text was okay. And then he submitted his final essay, and let's say he got a 5 for analysis. His organization improved even more and was what I expected it to be, so therefore a 6. Producing text was high, and then let's say he spell checked and did everything, and he met the expectations for that task as well. So I click save. And now they have points in here. All right, so it does kind of calculate an average here and so on, but that just automatically can't turn this off, so don't worry about those numbers here. If you now go and look at the mastery option, you will now see how the student is doing in B, C, A, and D. Now it always ranks these in a certain way. I don't know why it changes sometimes depending on what the scores are. The small number here, the 2, shows you which data points are used to get to this number, and this number is an average because we selected average in our gradebook. We're not going to use average when we choose our final grade, but this is how the system does it. So 2 data points, 1 formative, 1 summative in each case. If you click on the student's name, it will actually bring up kind of like a little progress bar, so you can actually see what has happened. And it will also order it from its strongest, which is B, in the final. So the summative, his 2 summatives with B and D was his strongest, followed by C, followed by A. So it orders it based on this. So let me show you how this changes if you had awarded different grades. So let's say the student's summative here, you got a 2, and that one is a bit lower. Let's say that one was a 2, and that one was a 4. And in his final, he improved his A. There, and let's say like that. All right, so this is a different set of grades. If we now go to our mastery, we will see different numbers in there. If I go look at my student to see the breakdown, now you can see that this where he got a 2 is colored red, indicating that it didn't meet the expectations, but you can see that he has made progress in the summative. Same here, this did not meet the criteria or the expectation, but here it has shown improvement. So again, it has ranked kind of B's organization is still his strongest in this class. So when it comes to writing comments at the end of the year, you kind of can see, okay, so organization is where he's strong, analyzing is in critical thinking maybe where something that he needs to be working on. All right, one more example. If you have a student, wrong button. If you have a student who scored an 8 in any category, we set 8 as our exceeds expectations. you can see that that now has become a darker shade of green. And if I go into my data sets, producing text is a dark green one now. This is definitely the strongest kit, and there he has gotten an 8 in that formative. Went down for the summative though, but in the formative he scored quite high. Okay, and that is how your gradebook will work if you set it up according to these instructions. If you need any help in setting these up, I'm more than happy to help you do it. Please come and see me and I can do that for you.